Hi there. Is your boyfriend, your husband, your fiancé, your partner misusing his conjugal right? His conjugal right, is he misusing it? I know, in most cases when we are just new in a relationship, love, lust, anxiety, friendship, adventure, exploration all crowd up our brains, and we allow each of them to take part in our emotional connection. We do it and even allow emotions to override reason. We now don't even reason. We allow each of these aspects to rule our lives, to run our lives for the initial stages of the relationship. Even at the back of your mind, when you really know this thing that you're really doing is not sustainable, it is not sustainable, you'll continue doing it. Then after some time, when the emotions have subsided, you'll now begin to reason and say, but why am I doing this thing? You realize you're now between a rock and a hard place. You do not know what direction to take. And then you start saying, this man is a sexual abuser. This man is a sexual abuser. When really in the first place you gave in, maybe you were even pushing much for it. It is now difficult for you. You begin to say, no, this man is an abuser. When we are getting into a relationship, be conscious, be keen. Look at these things that you know very well cannot be sustainable. This thing you cannot enjoy. You know, sex is something you are supposed to enjoy. He is supposed to enjoy just like you. It is something that neither of you should take advantage over the other. It is something that should be mutually enjoyed. So, if one person takes advantage of the other, it ceases to be sexual pleasure. It is now exploitation. So, when you're picking on these ideas, be careful, be keen. Try to design its future in your relationship. Is it sustainable? For instance, if at the initial stages of your relationship, you condoned the vice of anal sex, my dear sister, you have to be ready for the ride. I know it is not something enjoyable to do for most ladies. I know it. If you can handle it, so be it. But if you know you cannot handle it, please. If you did it once out of curiosity and, like I said, exploration or adventure, and you came to realize it's between a rock and a hard place, why did you go for it the second time? Because a mistake ceases to be a mistake if it's done more than once. If you did it once, twice, 3 times, maybe even for a year, and now you've noticed you've begun feeling fire, it is now not manageable. You now start retracting. You say, no, I can't take this anymore. This man is an abuser. The man is abusing me sexually. When did it start? When did it start? You set the precedent. So, look for better ways of making the man understand you cannot go on with it. Don't just begin broadcasting everywhere, running to counselors and running to your parents and running to whoever wants to give you audience. You know? Painting the man as an abuser wherever you go. You set the precedent, my sister. That's why I'm here, just to save the next victim. Right from the start of your relationship, you should be able to discern what is manageable, what is durable, what can you take forward to do the adventure bit of it. try it the first time. You have a brain. You know for sure you cannot go ahead with it. Tell him no. And you know, when you're still new in a relationship, you both listen to each other with a passion. Your boyfriend, your fiance will listen to you. You say, sweetheart, I can't take this one. This one, no, let's try something else. He'll listen. But if you painfully take it in, you take it in the bid to please your partner, you're just setting yourself for disaster. You see now where it has taken you? You are now running everywhere telling everyone, the man is an abuser, the man is an abuser. My dear, you are only shaming yourself, because everyone will be looking at you and wondering, when did this start? These people are not young in this relationship. They've been in this relationship for over 1 year. How come she's just noticing it now that this man is an abuser? Of course, when I'm speaking this, I leave room for exception. There are some men who have just been hiding their vices and are now bringing it into the relationship 1 year down the road. So I leave room for exception. But I'm just saving the victim who is able to save herself. Another category of people are those who accept to be laid even when they are in their periods, monthly periods. Really? Who does that? Why do you really go to that extent? Because the man wanted it. The man wanted it. These are the things I'm always telling ladies. Don't only think of your partner. Think of yourself too. You also need pleasure. You also need satisfaction. You also need emotional satisfaction, my dear sister. Don't just be like a tool. You know, he wanted it. My husband, culture has really done us bad. Some cultures teach us that you have to please your husband no matter what. Again, some men can decide to harass you sexually by withholding the sex. Yes, he withholds it for as long as he wants. He can withhold it for a week, a month. Some even go to 6 months. They are withholding it. And you're here, naive and innocent, in the house waiting that maybe he'll come around. But I mean, why should you wait for that long? This man, for as much as I know, might be satisfying himself out there. I know many cases, many ladies are so faithful. They will wait until this man comes back to sanity and brings it back home. So why do you live such a life? If life has reached that extent where someone has denied you of your right for over months, and you're still there waiting, by the way, that is the engine of that relationship. Once that part of the relationship is dead, so is the marriage or the relationship. So is it. So what is making us move forward? If sickness was in play, I would understand that. But you're just withholding it for your own personal pleasure, just to see to it that you're hurting me? Oh no. Please, lady, I for one wouldn't wish to live under the same roof with such a person. I don't know about you. I don't know about you. That kind of person is not worth my love. There are also times when you are excessively tired, excessive fatigue. All you want to access is your bed and you want to sleep. A normal human being should understand that this person is not in for it. She cannot manage. She can't hold it anymore. So if he comes from wherever he has come, and you know that day for him he's not even tired, he's just been loitering around with friends, and he pounces on you, that is gross misuse of sex. Very, very bad. Because at the end of the day, you're just going to be laid like a log with no emotional attachment completely. What is that? What is that? That is not pleasurable at all. Again, I will say, myself, I cannot take it in. How about you? How about you? If you are excessively fatigued, the day was really a difficult one. Is it worthwhile giving in? Really? That is how some men misuse their conjugal right. They don't know that this thing is supposed to be pleasurable for the both of you. Please, men, understand this. Tell your man no. If you are tired, a no is a no. Let him give you some time to revamp, poor lady. Hope I don't forget the man who tramples you even when you are sick. He knows very well you're sick. He is not a doctor, and neither are you a doctor. Just to know or to tell, to discern the extent of external energy that you can take into your body. You are sick, but he'll come and trample over you. That is misuse of conjugal rights. Let your man know right from the beginning, from the initial stages of your relationship. You cannot take him in when you are unwell. Of course, I know there are some ladies that is their medicine. I know they are that kind of lady, but I know those are just one a drop in the ocean. For the majority, please, it is hard to know how much of external energy you can take in as a sick person. Please allow yourself ample time to recover and to revamp, just to get fit enough to take him in. Okay? Again, it's entirely upon you. It's your body, and you know what you can take in and what you cannot. I'm just giving you some of the highlights, because you might be taking in something with pain, with difficulty. Like I said, you may be between a rock and a hard place, and you're failing to tell whether this is really rightful to do or not. I'm just giving you a general perspective of what is accommodatable and what can't. Again, thank you very much for listening to me. Right here is Aunt Ayla. I meet you in my next one, and don't forget to subscribe.